today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
On 1st and 10, Marion, short throw caught by Pitts. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Quick slant to Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll make it second down. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. 2nd and 5. On the draw, this is Richardson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run again with Richardson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Now Green looking to throw on second down. He finds his man complete. That's Richardson. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Green. He finds his man complete. It's Hodges. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The Panthers hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited. Not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. They're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
Green throwing on 1st down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Green. Dance, and he coughed it up. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Richardson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Green. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Off the play fake. Marion. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw. Green.
Quick completion here to Johnson.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Coup now for the point after.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action, the Falcons with the football. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Bradford, and he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradford. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Marion. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Looking to throw. Marion. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Oh, good move. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun, Green. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Hodges. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's the Panthers punter now.
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be Falcon football. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun.
Marion. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the handoff, they start with Richardson. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson. Shoves him aside. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
On 1st down, it's Richardson.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Green on 1st and 10.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 21, here's 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Green. He finds his man, complete. That's Richardson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Hodges. Touchdown, Panthers. Curtis Hodges. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something.
Connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Here's Ethan Evans now. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Still on his feet. Jamar Chase. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Flush to his right. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. A touchdown pass there for Will Levis. From there, we'll jet north to Ohio to check in on the Browns at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jamison Williams up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. But the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Green. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hodges. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. On second down, it's Richardson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Green. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hodges. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Green on first down. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. Second and 10. Back to throw. Green, and that is incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Come on, set, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throwing to start the drive. Marion, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mike 20.
Throwing to start the drive. Green. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Richardson. Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Green. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradford, and able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll run on 1st down. Bradford. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. This a 2nd and 8. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Operating from the gun. Marion out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Stephanie, Viking 18.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
102 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Green.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kaiser White. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's complete to Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Bradford. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Back to throw. Marion. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late, and they hit him with the penalty.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. Looking to throw. Marion. And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Coup for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
To throw on second down. Marion. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Marion able. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. On first down, it's Richardson. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Panthers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Looking to throw. Marion. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Operating from the gun. Marion. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 18. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to start the drive. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Richardson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and a couple. They run the counter. It's Richardson, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Up the middle they go. It's Richardson, and he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Here's 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Green. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Marion. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. The throw over the middle taken in. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on 1st down. Marion. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And quickly they get to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Marion. And he'd completed 7 straight passes before that one as it falls incomplete and puts a halt to that streak. On 3rd and 2, Marion. And my goodness, another interception. 33. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for Carolina, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.